The night was quiet, but inside the old house, the silence felt heavy, like it was hiding something. Ethan sat alone at the kitchen table, staring at a faded family photograph. Everyone in it was smiling, but even in that still image, he could see the cracks he once ignored. His younger brother, Ryan, stood beside him, his hand resting on Ethan's shoulder, his smile confident, maybe too confident. Ethan traced the photo's edge with his thumb and whispered, "I never thought family could lie like this." For years, Ethan and Ryan had been inseparable. Two brothers raised by a widowed mother who taught them that loyalty was sacred. Ethan was the steady one, quiet, responsible, the kind who sacrificed without saying a word. Ryan was ambitious, charming, the dreamer who always wanted more. When their father's company passed to Ethan, he made a promise. "We'll share everything," he told Ryan, and Ryan smiled that familiar smile. "Of course, brother." Blood is blood, but time reveals what love tries to hide. It started small missing files, odd bank transfers, hushed calls Ryan would end abruptly when Ethan entered the room. Ethan ignored the signs. "He's just careless," he told himself. Until the day a lawyer called and mentioned a new company, one registered under Ryan's name, built from their father's stolen assets. Ethan's stomach turned cold. That evening, he drove to Ryan's penthouse, the city lights flickering across his face like broken promises. "Why would you do this?" Ethan asked, voice trembling but calm. Ryan didn't even look guilty. "Because I was tired of living in your shadow," he said. "You inherited everything while I worked for your approval." Ethan's eyes darkened. "You think money will make you bigger?" Ryan's lips curved faintly. "No, power does." That night, their mother cried quietly in her room. She had always believed Ryan could do no wrong. "He's lost his way," she said, clutching Ethan's hand. "You're the older one? Bring him back." "But how do you bring back someone who doesn't want to return?" Months passed. Ryan's company flourished while Ethan's faltered. Clients switched sides, employees left. Rumors spread that Ethan had lost control and Ryan was the real visionary. Ethan swallowed his pride, determined to protect their family's name. But one morning he arrived at his office to find it stripped bare, his team gone, his brother's new logo painted across the glass door. Everything their father built was gone. Ethan found Ryan that night at a bar, laughing among strangers. "You took everything," he said quietly. "Even Mom's trust." Ryan's tone was cold. "You were too slow." "The world doesn't wait for loyalty, it rewards the bold." Ethan stared at him, disbelief turning into sadness. "And what about blood? What about family?" Ryan shrugged. "Blood doesn't pay bills, Ethan. Blood is just a word." Those words echoed long after Ryan left. Their mother's health declined soon after a stroke, the doctor said. She never fully recovered. From her hospital bed, she reached for Ethan's hand and whispered, "Promise me you won't hate him." Ethan nodded, even though hatred had already rooted deep inside his chest. One rainy afternoon, Ryan showed up at the hospital, flowers in hand, guilt in his eyes. He sat beside their mother, pretending to care, pretending everything could still be fixed. When Ethan walked in, Ryan looked up. "Ethan," he said softly, "I want to make things right." Ethan's eyes were calm but tired. "You can't repair what you broke for greed." "It wasn't greed," Ryan murmured. "It was love." "I loved her, the same woman you left." Ethan froze. "What are you talking about?" Ryan's voice trembled. "Claire, she came to me after you ended things. She said you never made her feel seen. I believed her. I wanted to protect her, to love her better. I thought she loved me back. But she left me too. By then, it was too late. I'd already destroyed everything." The room went silent except for the steady beeping of the heart monitor. Ethan felt the ground shift beneath him. Betrayal for money was one thing, but for love, for her, his voice broke. "You destroyed our family for someone who never stayed." "I lost her too, but I didn't lose my soul." Ryan had no answer. For the first time, he looked small, just a broken boy behind all that arrogance. Their mother stirred slightly, her voice a whisper. "You were supposed to look after each other." Her eyes closed slowly after that, and the monitor went flat. The funeral was small. Rain dripped over the gravesite as Ethan stood in silence. Ryan kept his distance, shoulders hunched, eyes hollow. When the last handful of earth was placed over the casket, Ryan turned toward his brother. "I never meant for it to go this far," he said softly. Ethan's gaze was steady. "It always goes this far when you choose yourself over family." Years passed. Ethan rebuilt his life, one quiet day at a time. He found peace not in success, but in simplicity, a morning walk, a warm cup of tea, the sound of rain on the window. Ryan's empire eventually collapsed. His charm couldn't save him when his lives ran out. One winter afternoon, Ryan appeared outside Ethan's small office, older now, thinner, humbled. He stood at the door, hesitant. Ethan looked up and met his eyes through the glass. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then Ethan said softly, "There's nothing left to take." Ryan swallowed hard. "I didn't come to take. I came to say I'm sorry." Ethan's face softened, the years of anger fading into something quieter. "I forgave you long ago," he said, "but forgiveness doesn't rebuild trust. Go live better than before." Ryan nodded slowly, eyes wet, and turned to leave. For the first time, Ethan didn't stop him. He simply whispered to himself, "Blood isn't always thicker. Sometimes it's just heavier." That night, as Ethan locked his office and stepped into the rain, he felt a calm he hadn't known in years. Betrayal had taken much from him, his family, his love, his faith, but it had given him one lasting truth, that loyalty and love are not guaranteed by blood. There are choices we make, and not everyone makes them right. Sometimes peace comes not from holding on to family, but from learning when to finally let them go.